Hello everyone, especially Engineering E4. Welcome to a new academic year and welcome to Fall 2020-2021. I will talk to you in this video about the Entrepreneurship Initiative and more specifically the FYP Accelerator Program, which we hope you will consider to apply to. I hope that you have already heard from your past engineering fellows who graduated last year or before about the program, and I hope that you have heard good things about it. And if you have questions, I hope I will be answering many of them in this video. If not, of course, you can still reach out to me by email at mi34@aub.edu.lb, or you can also book an appointment and we can take your questions further. Now, what are we going to talk about in this video? I will talk to you more about the objectives of the Entrepreneurship Initiative and more specifically the FYP Accelerator Program. I will also talk to you about a bit of the history of this program and what we have been doing in the past years so that you have a better idea about it. And finally, I'll talk more about the expectations and next steps. So without further ado, let's start with the objectives of the program, which is an integral part and the flagship program of the Entrepreneurship Initiative at the Maroun Sim'an Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. So what's the main goal behind this program? It's to foster the entrepreneurial spirit and culture at MSFEA and at AUB more broadly. So we work on different pillars. We want to transform the faculty into a powerhouse of innovation and entrepreneurship, and we want to contribute to the knowledge economy of Lebanon and the region. To do that, we foster links with the growing entrepreneurial ecosystem in Lebanon and the region, and we encourage companies, small to large in size, and networks such as LabNet to build stronger connections with MSFEA. Our graduate students are always prepared for entrepreneurial endeavors through our programs, and by doing that, we are creating a ripple effect and spreading awareness among all MSFEA students about the importance of the entrepreneurship based on success stories. So if you are wondering who is responsible for this initiative, well, Dr. Ayman Aisi, who was the Associate Dean until last year, was the founder of this initiative and still oversees the initiative until this date. He is an ECE professor, and myself, I am the coordinator of the Entrepreneurship Initiative. I have been with the initiative since its inception 3 years ago, and I have more than 10 years of teaching experience at AUB. I'm also an entrepreneur myself. I have a social enterprise called Riyada for Social Innovation, and now we are building the scalable arm, which is a high-tech e-learning platform called Shabab Lab. So I know like the details of, entrepreneurship, the difficulties, the challenges, and I will be able to really help you by giving you real information and real insights. And of course, we're gonna leverage on our wide network of entrepreneurs in the ecosystem. So just a little bit about the Entrepreneurship Initiative itself. We work on 3 different levels. On the pre-college level, of course, which is not very relevant to you. We work on the undergraduate level, which is super relevant to you. We conduct several hackathons. We do a lot of mentorship sessions with anybody who has a potential idea for a startup. We have, of course, several courses, including the ones we're going to be talking about as FYP Accelerator Program. We run competitions. We have, as you said, the flagship program, which is the FYP Accelerator Program. And we encourage you, of course, to use the makerspace, the Red Room for your prototyping. And we also have more plans to work on the graduate level, and we'll be announcing them very soon. These are a few pictures from the past events. We always, in Ideas, the annual conference in engineering, we have a special place for startup competitions, and usually our FYP Accelerator Program participants will pitch during that conference and will win large awards. So I'll tell you a bit of history about the FYP Accelerator Program. It actually started in 2017-18, and it was a completely zero credit initiative. We had 18 teams apply to the program, and we picked 8 of them. Out of 8, 7 made it until the end, and they pitched over $20,000 in awards, where 2 teams have won, and one of them is still pursuing their idea while the other is doing completely something different. As for 2018-19 edition, we have updated the program to become a 2-course program spanning over the entire academic year For the fall, we call it FEAA 501. It is a 0 credit course. For the spring, it's a 3 credit course called FEAA 502. We have the same timing, and I'm gonna mention it in a bit. Of course, it's more structured now. We have gained a lot of experience to make it better. In 2018-19, we had 28 applicant teams, where we had, out of the 28, we selected around 14, and then 8 of them made it till the end and pitched in the Ideas Conference, where we awarded, we didn't actually award the whole sum. 3 teams were entitled to these awards, but those who did not continue did not gain the whole amount. So this amount of equity-free money is conditional upon the pursuing of your startup. And for last year, as you know, we had a lot of issues and we had COVID. Nevertheless, we were able to continue and to succeed in fulfilling all the requirements of the accelerator program. It was a great success. So we had 36 applicants. We had chosen 19 teams to start with us in the fall. And for the spring, we chose 10 of them. And we actually had 4 winning teams. And so far, 3 of them are still pursuing their idea. And we have paid each of the 3 teams an initial amount of money to kick off their project and to do further prototyping. And as soon as they fulfill their milestones and progress, we will keep on giving them more money until we award them the full amount that we committed. And of course, this is equity-free money. The pitch was virtual due to COVID-19, and we enabled to have additional teams to submit proposals in order to win an additional $10,000 US, and now we are looking into their proposals. So even if you did not win, you can still get support from us, and we will always follow up with the teams that work with us in the accelerator program. Now, if you are wondering about the training content, so again, this is a 2-course program. The first one is 0 credit, and the second one is 3 credits. We always take more teams at the beginning because we know that some of them might not find themselves starting businesses, not having a lot of entrepreneurial mindset, or simply they will find out that their idea or the product they're trying to work on doesn't really work as a startup. So we have all of this as part of the experience. And then we know that during the spring we'll have more committed teams who are serious and want to pursue their ideas further. So what's the training program? I'm going to say it, but it doesn't have to follow the same order as we're always changing. So we do talk about human-centered design. We encourage you a lot to apply it in your final year project. And of course, when it comes to the entrepreneurial side of it, we talk about entrepreneurship versus innovation. We talk about the software development cycle versus the hardware development cycle. We emphasize on the lean startup methodology, and we expect all of you to use it. We cover thoroughly the lean canvas model. We talk about value proposition and validation. We cover revenue streams and cost structure. We introduce you to pitching, and we get into a bit more details like channel and user growth, team management and equity split, accounting basics, financial projections, feasibility analysis, financing schemes, legal and IP related issues, social entrepreneurship and impact, and finally more pitching. As you see in this slide, actually you have a lot of logos of different entities. This is to tell you that we do not do all the training ourselves, so I will be giving you some of the sessions. However, we always like to bring expert speakers, entrepreneurs, and people from the ecosystem who are specialized in different areas, and this is what makes this program unique. It makes you really understand the entrepreneurial ecosystem better and gain expertise in different areas. We have done this in the past in partnership with several partners such as the Beirut Digital District, Flat6 Labs, Speed Accelerator, the MIT Enterprise Forum, MyKey, Vine Lab, the AUB iPark, the Red Room, and Startup Bootcamp, where we have a lot of Lebanese entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship supporters spread over the world who also support us virtually. And this is one of the advantages, I would say, of sometimes doing things virtual. And we also provide you with the opportunity to be mentored by also different kinds of people who have expertise, whether they are entrepreneurs and founded their own startups, or they work with entrepreneurship support entities. So last year, for example, we were lucky to have mentors from Thinkers, from Field 22, Wakilni, Cedar Environmental, Ray Labs, NAR, Veritech, Pocket Campus, Kareem, FinTech Galaxy, Rodi Tuner, Fabric Aid, and Hendis. So this is just an example of mentors that we could bring you on board. And of course, you will also get mentorship from your AUB professors, from ourselves as Entrepreneurship Initiative. And if you would like to be connected to somebody specific, then we will make that happen as well. This is just an example of the cohort of judges that we had last year. We always bring a combination of investors and entrepreneurship experts and professors from AUB. So last year we had Dr. Bijal Azad from AUB on board, who's also director of Darwaza Center. We had two investors. One is an early stage investor from Silicon Valley, and another was an angel investor. And we had Dr. Fuad Imrad, who also has a lot of experience in innovation, and it was an ex-AUB professor. This is an example of the teams we had. We had 10 pitching teams. Some of them were working on fintech. Some of them were working on environmental products or solutions. Others were working on a product for the blind. Also, we had some apps or career portals. One team was working on a drone delivery system. So we had different kind of projects and ideas. And I want to tell you that we really care to have some kind of innovation. However, you do not have to be reinventing the wheel. You do not have to have, a completely new idea. Innovation has different definitions. And as long as you are bringing something new to the table, and you have the right team, and you have the commitment and the ambition to do something different, then we will love to have you on board. So it's very important that you always keep this kind of mindset, creativity, innovation, teamwork, and commitment. This is what we really look forward to have. So, in a nutshell, the FYP Accelerator Program for year 2020-2021 is still similar to those of the past years. However, there will be more enhancements, and of course we have learned a lot from the virtual experience of last spring. As you know, the fall term will be virtual, and we have to cope with that. We do prefer for the final pitch to be on stage because it's a great public speaking experience, addressing a real audience with all its, frustration. However, this is very important and very beneficial. And of course, we're gonna wait until then to see if that would be possible. However, for now, I want you to think about different things. Well, are you working on a final year project, and are you registered? So if yes, then that's good. Second, do you have the right team to be working on this FYP idea as a startup idea? Are they passionate about it? Do they have the entrepreneurial mindset, or are they willing to learn it? And are they committed to make this a startup? Third, do some research and check. Does your FYP idea fit to be a startup? So what should you do? You should see whether other people around the world have tried to create similar startups of similar products, and that could be an answer actually. So I want to go over the flow of this experience if you decide to apply and if you were accepted. So basically, as we said, we will open an application form, and this will be sent out very soon, and we will be closing the applications by early October. This will be also determined and communicated by email. We are planning to admit around 20 FYP teams this year from different majors and different disciplines. And yes, we do encourage interdisciplinary teams, of course, if your department accepts. You will be admitted to FEAA 501, which will start in October. Again, this is a 0 credit course which takes place once a week, every Thursday from 5 to 7:30. And we promise that the sessions will be interesting and interactive. We'll have different speakers, we'll have some hands-on activities, team activities, games, and a lot of interaction. You will be asked to submit a few deliverables in the fall. And based on those deliverables and based on a preliminary pitch that you're going to be doing by the end of it, we will be determining who will be continuing with us for the spring term, where we have 10 teams registering in FEAA 502, which is a 3-credit technical elective. But before that, I want to say that we pass in between this fall and the spring term in what we call a winter week. It's a very special week where you get intensive training sessions on different topics such as accounting, sales, marketing, and others. And we do this in partnership with Beirut Digital District. And last year we went to Flat 6 Labs and other entities. So it's usually very fun and very beneficial, and students love this winter week. And we also do intensive pitching during that week. Also, in the spring, we're gonna go deeper into different topics, and by the end of it, you'll be well prepared to pitch in front of a panel of esteemed jury members, and you'll be competing over around $60,000 in equity-free awards, conditional upon you pursuing this startup. Again, regardless if it will succeed or not, we really care that you are committed and you want to pursue it, and you put certain milestones and you meet them. If you do that, then you will get the full amount that we will commit upon you winning the prize. So, any tips for ideas regarding the FYP projects? As I said, do a lot of research right away. You're going to find a lot of interesting things in your research that will help you both in your FYP itself and in the FYP Accelerator Program. It will also help you in the interview, which we will set with you just after we screen the applications that we will get. So usually when you find out that there has been some attempts to establish a startup that works on a similar product or solution, then that's a good sign that there is a product, there is a market, there's a potential. If you find out that a lot of people have done this already and it's already there, then you have to ask yourself, what's the value I'm adding? What's my unique value proposition? And if you believe that this might not work as a startup idea, then that could be possible, but we also encourage you to check with us before you make that final decision. Also, make sure you select the right team who are, again, committed and excited and passionate, and the right advisor who will be supportive of this. Again, we will not intervene in the technical FYP. However, we promise you that we will make this a better experience, and we know for sure that the students and the teams who were with us in the FYP Accelerator Program have done way better in their FYPs because they were more passionate, they did more research, and they delivered better prototypes and better results by the end of it due to the requirements of the Accelerator Program. And now, what should you do? You should check out the application form and see if this is applicable to you, if this is interesting to you. Do a bit of research, and of course, talk to your team, talk to your advisor, and apply, and plan on applying before the deadline, of course. And what's our promise to you? We promise that you will get a good understanding of the entrepreneurship process, for you to be connected with a lot of entrepreneurs, to be inspired by them, to gain new insights, to learn about their experience, and to live a practical entrepreneurship experience by transforming your FYP idea into a viable startup, by understanding all the challenges, all the difficulties, and all the ups and downs that are really correlated with the journey of entrepreneurship. We believe that entrepreneurial skills are one of the most important employability skills for the 21st century, and we hope that you will have a wonderful and a beneficial experience that will stay forever with you, whether you want to continue with the startup idea that you will be pitching, or you want to start something different, either right away or maybe a few years later. We will always be here to support you in your entrepreneurial endeavors. So what are you waiting for? It's time to look at the application, and we hope that we will see you applying very soon.